Do you dread standing up after sitting for a while? Maybe your knees feel stiff, your hips ache, or your legs just do not want to move, forcing you to shuffle across the room like a robot from the 1980s? Well, you are not alone. For millions of people over 60, stiffness after sitting is one of the most frustrating signs of aging. But what if I told you it is not just aging? The real culprit is something sticky, slow-moving, and surprisingly powerful, your synovial fluid. Let me explain. Inside each of your joints, knees, hips, ankles, is a soft gel-like liquid called synovial fluid. Think of it like honey. Its job? To reduce friction between your bones and nourish the cartilage that keeps your joints flexible. But here is the catch. Your body only produces this fluid in good amounts when you move. When you sit still too long, watching TV, riding in a car, or even sleeping, your body slows synovial fluid production. The fluid thickens, almost like honey turning into crystal. That is why standing up feels so stiff. You are basically trying to move with sticky joints. And here's the kicker. If you have osteoarthritis, this process speeds up. The fluid becomes even thicker and less effective, making everything harder. Sitting, standing, walking. So what is the solution? It is not stretching harder or pushing through pain. The key is something called joint lubrication exercises. Gentle, strategic movements that stimulate synovial fluid production and help melt that stiffness away. And today, I will show you 5 of the best exercises that anyone over 60 can do, all backed by science, all linked together, and all under 10 minutes per day. Let us begin with a simple but powerful move called the seated heel slide. It is perfect for waking up your knee joints without even leaving your chair. Here is how you do it. Sit tall on a firm chair with both feet flat on the floor. Slowly slide your right heel forward along the floor, straightening your leg gently, then bring it back. Repeat the same motion with your left leg. You can alternate legs in a smooth rhythm like gentle pedaling or work one leg at a time. Perform 10 to 15 repetitions per side, focusing on slow and steady movement. Now, why does this exercise work so well? Because every time you move your knees through their natural range, your body increases the production of synovial fluid. That is the thick, honey-like lubricant inside your joints. A 2010 study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that even light joint movements significantly reduced fluid viscosity and improved joint function. In other words, movement makes the fluid thinner and smoother, which reduces friction and pain. Seated heel slides are especially helpful before standing up. That stiffness you feel after sitting too long, whether on the couch or in the car, often comes from stagnant fluid and limited circulation. Gentle movements like this activate your quadriceps and improve blood flow, helping your knees support your body more comfortably. There are a few important things to keep in mind. Do not force your leg to fully straighten if it feels stiff or painful. Just go as far as is comfortable. If your chair is too soft, switch to a firmer one for better control. And if you feel pressure behind the knee, ease up and take shorter movements. This exercise is meant to be gentle, not intense. Try this before you stand up from long periods of sitting. After just a few days, you may notice that first step feels less stiff and walking becomes more fluid. Now that your knees are more fluid, it is time to awaken another critical part of your lower body, your hips. These joints are the central hubs of movement. They connect your legs to your spine and power every action from sitting to walking. But with age and long hours of sitting, the deep stabilizing muscles around your hips, especially the gluteus medius, can become weak, tight, and lazy. This next move is called the sitting clamshell, and it is one of the most effective ways to re-engage those forgotten hip muscles without leaving your chair. Here is how to do it. Sit upright in your chair with your spine tall and core lightly braced. Keep your feet flat on the floor, knees bent at about 90 degrees, and positioned hip-width apart. From here, gently press your knees outward as far as feels natural, then return to a neutral position. Focus on controlled movement and stay steady through your upper body. You should feel the muscles along your outer thighs and glutes working with each repetition. Perform 8 to 10 repetitions, 1 to 2 times a day. Make sure to move with intention and breathe steadily as you go. This simple routine helps activate the outer glutes and deep hip stabilizers, which play a vital role in supporting your knees and maintaining proper alignment during movement. Why does this help? Because when you gently push your knees apart, you activate the smaller stabilizing muscles that help control your hips and pelvis. These muscles are essential for walking tall, standing up with ease, and avoiding that hunched, stiff posture many older adults fall into. Once you are comfortable with the motion, you will likely notice smoother steps, better balance, and more control during everyday tasks like standing, walking, or even squatting. Keep this move in your daily routine. Just a few clamshells throughout the day can rewire the mind-muscle connection around your hips, and that means smoother steps, better balance, and more confidence every time. Now that your hips and knees are activated, let us not forget the foundation, your ankles and calves. These muscles and joints play a quiet but powerful role in every step you take. When they are stiff or inactive, your legs lose spring and your steps become heavy and unstable. That is where sitting heel raises come in. A simple move that jumpstarts circulation and wakes up the lower leg muscles that keep you light on your feet. Here is how to do it. Sit tall in a chair with both feet flat on the ground, your ankles directly under your knees. Rest your hands on your thighs for balance if needed. Now gently lift both heels off the floor, rising up onto the balls of your feet. Hold the top position for 3 seconds, then lower your heels back down with control. Repeat this 10 to 15 times. Move slowly and with awareness. Feel the calves engage and release with each rep. Why is this so powerful? Because the calf muscles act like a second heart. They pump blood and lymph fluid back up through your legs every time they contract. This helps reduce swelling, flush out metabolic waste, and nourish your joints. In short, it keeps your legs alive. Plus, this move activates your ankles, which are often stiff after long periods of sitting. Think of it like gently warming up your car before driving. It improves performance, responsiveness, and reduces the risk of stalling. You can do this exercise almost anywhere, while reading, watching TV, or even during meals. And if your legs tend to swell during the day, doing a few rounds of heel raises every hour can make a noticeable difference. To make this more effective, focus on moving slowly and with control. Pause briefly at the top of the lift, then lower your heels back down gently. This controlled motion activates your muscles more deeply and improves coordination between your legs and your brain, something that often declines with age. By the end of this set, your calves will feel more awake, your feet more grounded, and your legs ready to stand and support you with strength. Now that your knees, hips, and ankles are activated, it is time to get your entire lower body working together. Many people over 60 lose the natural rhythm of walking after sitting too long, which leads to shuffling steps or feeling off balance. This next move resets that rhythm gently and safely. It is called the standing weight shift, and it helps train your legs to take turns supporting your body again, just like when you walk. Here is how to do it. Stand behind a sturdy chair, countertop, or wall for balance. Place your feet about hip-width apart and stand tall. Now slowly shift your weight onto your right foot, letting your left knee relax slightly. Then shift your weight onto your left foot, letting the right knee soften. Continue this gentle side-to-side motion for about 10 to 20 repetitions. The key here is to move slowly and stay upright. Do not lean forward or hunch your shoulders. Keep your head up and your movements smooth and steady. To make it more effective, try lifting one heel as you shift your weight to the opposite side. For example, when you put weight on your right leg, lift your left heel slightly, then switch. This small movement mimics what your legs actually do during walking. It also strengthens your calves, hips, and balance control. Why does this exercise work? Because it helps reprogram your muscles and nervous system to transfer weight properly, something that becomes less automatic with age and inactivity. It also activates the stabilizer muscles around your hips and knees, which reduces wobbling and stiffness. If you feel unsteady, use a countertop or the back of a chair for support. Over time, as your body remembers the rhythm, you may find yourself walking more naturally, without needing to think about every step. This move is especially useful if you have been sitting for more than 2 hours or waking up from a nap. It takes less than a minute, but the benefits ripple through your entire lower body. Now let us finish strong by rebuilding the coordination between your legs and your core, the control center that keeps you upright, steady, and balanced. This final move is called seated marching, and it is perfect for re-engaging the deep muscles around your abdomen, hips, and thighs, all while staying safely in your chair. Here is how to do it. Sit upright on a firm chair, feet flat on the floor, hands resting gently on the sides of the chair or your thighs. Now lift your right foot off the floor, raising your knee up like you are marching. Lower it slowly back down, then do the same with your left side. Alternate legs for a total of 10 to 15 marches per side. Move at a steady pace. Focus on staying tall and controlled as you lift and lower. Why is this exercise important? Because as we age, many people lose the ability to lift their legs properly when walking. Instead of clearing the ground, their feet begin to shuffle, increasing the risk of tripping. Seated marching retrains that lifting pattern in a safe, controlled way. It also strengthens your hip flexors, lower abs, and thighs, all of which are essential for stable walking and stair climbing. If lifting your leg high is difficult, start with smaller movements. Even just lifting your foot an inch off the floor will help activate the right muscles. As you build strength and confidence, gradually increase the range of motion. Want to make this a little more challenging? Try holding each lift for 2 to 3 seconds before lowering your foot down. You will feel your core kick in to keep your body balanced, and that is exactly what we want. This simple motion, when done daily, can improve your walking speed, boost your stability, and even make it easier to get up from low chairs or climb stairs without relying on your arms.